ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
కరెంట్ పోతేనే ప్రాబ్లం. Good morning everybody. So in the previous class we discussed about how to convert one scale of temperature to another scale. So Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Kelvin, like that, and types of scales of temperature we discussed about already, all those. So now, we did some problems also. So in your material, now we can discuss about thermometers, types of thermometers. What are the types of thermometers and how can we calculate temperature based on those thermometers, like that. So generally we have Celsius thermometer, Fahrenheit thermometer, Kelvin thermometer, like that, not like that. So these are different. Liquid thermometers, gas thermometers, resistance thermometers, like this. So liquid thermometers, what is the material used in thermometers? Means liquid, that means mercury is liquid or solid? Mercury, we are using mercury as the thermometry liquid, no doubt about that. So in all thermometers that is mercury. So mercury is a solid or liquid. So depending on the situation we can consider it is solid or liquid, depending on circumstances. If we need solid, if we need mercury as solid, then we can consider it is solid. If it is liquid, then we can consider it is liquid. Actually it is a semi-solid or semi-liquid, both states it exists. So liquid thermometers means maybe other substances used as the thermometry liquids. So let us say alcohol we can use, or liquid nitrogen, like that. All these are the liquid thermometers. How can you calculate the temperature by using liquid thermometers? So that is important here. First, before going to that, we discussed about Celsius and Fahrenheit thermometers. Celsius and Fahrenheit thermometers. Let us say discuss about graphs based on this graphs. So if we draw the graph between Celsius and Fahrenheit thermometer, Celsius scale is along x-axis and Fahrenheit scale along y-axis. Celsius scale is along x-axis and Fahrenheit scale is along y-axis. So now how can you, what is the representation? X component Celsius is 0. 0 Celsius means what is the Fahrenheit? 0 Celsius. We know the relation. C by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. 0 by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. 0 degree Celsius, then it is F is equals to 32. If Celsius is 0, sorry, if Fahrenheit is 0, y component, F is equals to 0, C is equals to how much? C by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. So C by 5 is equals to 0 minus 32 by 9. C is equals to minus 32 by 9 into 5. C is equals to minus 9 3s are 27, 50. 3.94s are 36. 9 5s are 45. 3.55 into 5. 25, 17, minus 17.55, like that. If Fahrenheit is 0, Celsius is minus 17.55. So the possible graph starts from this position. This is the shape of the graph. If the y component is 0, x component is, so what we are considering drawing the graph between Celsius and Fahrenheit thermometers. Drawing the graph between Celsius and Fahrenheit thermometers. Celsius is taken along x-axis and Fahrenheit taken along y-axis. So y component is 0. Fahrenheit is 0. What is the Celsius value? Minus 17.5 degrees Celsius. And if the temperature increases, this value also increases, and this is the shape of the graph. Next, between Fahrenheit, again Celsius and Fahrenheit, so here the graph is different. Fahrenheit is taken along y-axis and Celsius is taken along x-axis. Fahrenheit along x-axis and Celsius along y-axis. Fahrenheit along x-axis and Celsius along y-axis. So F is 0, x component is 0, but y component is minus. So that's why this is the shape of the graph. This is minus 17.55 degrees Celsius. If the Celsius along x-axis and Fahrenheit along y-axis, this is the shape of the graph. If y component is 0, that means 0 Fahrenheit means Celsius is minus 17.55. In the same way, Fahrenheit along x-axis and Celsius along y-axis. In this situation, 0 Fahrenheit means Celsius is minus 17.55. This is the shape of the graph. Right? That is the situation. Here the slope of the graph is y component by x component, Celsius by Fahrenheit. Previous case, Fahrenheit by Celsius. How can you calculate slope in the sense? Y component by x component. Remember that. So if you want to find out the slope of the graph, we must consider y component by x component. That's next. Calculation of temperature by using scales of temperature. Calculation of temperature. See here, let x0 be the reading at 0 degrees and x100 be the reading at 100 degrees Celsius and xt be the reading at 3 degrees Celsius. x0 is the reading at 0 degrees Celsius and x100 be the reading at 100 degrees Celsius and xt be the reading at t degrees Celsius. Now temperature, how can you calculate the temperature by using this is xt minus x0 by x100 minus x0 into 100. This is the way to calculate the temperature by using any type of thermometer. Temperature can be written as reading at particular temperature minus reading at 0 divided by reading at 100 minus reading at 0 into 100. Into 100 in the sense, here we got temperature must be in the Celsius scale because the Celsius scale having 100 divisions. So 0 here I am considering. So of course Kelvin scale also having 100 divisions, but here initially we are considering 0 at temperature 0, but 0 Kelvin means minus 273 degrees Celsius. Actually we are not considering that. So that's why by using this formula we can get the temperature on Celsius scales. Temperature on Celsius scale. So this is the T is equals to xt minus x0 by x100 minus x0 into 100. What is that x? So in different thermometers, different concepts we can use. In liquid thermometers, length of the liquid column changes by using temperature. So temperature formula T is equals to xt minus x0 by x100 minus x0 into 100. So that is the formula actually. What is this x? In different thermometers, we can use different properties. In liquid thermometers, liquid is used as the thermometry. In gas thermometers, the different we can use. In resistance thermometers, that is different. So based on that concept of thermometer, we can use different concepts here. XT. For example, if we consider liquid thermometers, in liquid thermometers, what is the component changes? Length of the liquid column changes. So generally in mercury thermometers, what is the changes? Length must be changes in mercury thermometer. So here in place of X we can use L. In place of X we can use L. So in gas thermometer, gases means two variables. Pressure varies and temperature, pressure varies and volume varies. So maybe pressure or volume we can use. In resistance thermometers, resistance varies. That's why a resistance is used in this situation. So this X is the only arbitrary different value. So X varies continuously for different thermometers. So this is the basic formula. X represents some X. So X must be liquid length or pressure or volume or resistance, whatever it is. So that's why this is general formula, xt minus x naught by x100 minus x naught into 100. Now first we can discuss about liquid thermometers. First we can discuss about liquid thermometers. So liquid thermometers. So here in case of liquid thermometers, generally volume is equals to area into length. Thermometer shape, cylindrical shape. Thermometer shape is cylindrical. That volume of the cylinder is equals to, we can write it as area into length. Volume of the cylinder is equals to area into length. So this is area of cross section. Thermometer area of cross section remains constant. Area of cross section of the thermometer remains constant. So only what is the value changes here? Length of the liquid column. Mercury column rises or falls depending on temperature. So only length of the liquid column changes. So here let us say LT is the length of liquid column at T degrees Celsius, and L naught is the length of the liquid column at 0, and L100 is the length of the liquid column at 100. Then by using this, temperature can be written as, previously we considered X, but in place of X here we can write LT minus L naught by L100 minus L naught into 100. LT minus L naught by L100 minus L naught into 100. So that is liquid thermometers. In liquid thermometers, what is the quantity changes here? In liquid thermometers, what is the quantity changes? Length of the liquid column must be changes. So with increase in temperature, length must be changes. How the length changes at different temperatures? So LT, what is the temperature we have to mention? At the temperature, what is the temperature we have to measure? At the temperature, length of the liquid column is LT. At 0 degrees Celsius, length of the liquid column is L0. At 100 degrees Celsius, what is the length of the liquid column? L100. So that is the formula. By using these liquid thermometers, we can calculate the temperature range from minus, approximately it is minus 500 to 1100 degrees Celsius. By using these liquid thermometers, and that means different liquids we can use as the liquid in thermometer. By using those, up to what temperature region we can calculate? Minus 500 to 1100 degrees Celsius. That is about liquid thermometers. Next to gas thermometers. Second one is gas thermometers. Gas thermometers means, so according to the concept of expansion of gases, expansion of gases means gas having, what are the variables of the gas? Pressure, volume, temperature. These are the only three variables for any gas: pressure, volume, temperature. These are the three major variables. Of course, internal energy, all these, that is later we can discuss about, but mainly here it is to calculate the temperature, mainly pressure, volume, temperature. These are the three variables, but variation of temperature is compulsory. Why? Because we have to calculate the temperature. That means temperature must be varies. What are the remaining two? Pressure and volume. Remaining two are pressure and volume. If pressure, volume, temperature, if these three are variables, pressure, volume, temperature, if these three are completely variable, not possible to calculate three variables at a time. Of course, we have ideal gas equation, PV is equals to NTR. PV is equals to NTR, ideal gas equation, NRT actually. Pressure, volume, temperature, three variables, and this equation exists only for ideal gases. Only for ideal gases. There is no perfect ideal gas in this universe. There is no perfect ideal gas. So, ideal condition does not exist. According to physics, ideal condition does not exist. So, that is why three variables at a time is not possible. Three variables at a time is not possible. So, for that purpose, we defined gas laws, Boyle's law, Charles law, like that. Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law, like that. So, here temperature must be variable, that is important. So, we are constructing the thermometers. Thermometer means, what is the use of thermometer? To measure temperature. So, that means temperature must be variable. So, remaining two, pressure and volume. Any one quantity kept constant, either pressure constant or volume constant. So, in these two, if the pressure remains constant, that is called constant pressure gas thermometer. If the pressure only remains constant, what are the remaining two variables? Volume and temperature. If the temperature changes, volume also changes with the temperature. So, here constant pressure gas thermometer means temperature varies with volume. So, pressure remains constant. That is the concept here. Pressure remains constant, then volume is directly proportional to temperature. Here Vt is the volume at temperature T and V0 is volume at temperature 0 and V100 is volume at temperature 100. So, then based on this, how can you calculate the temperature? Vt minus V0 by V100 minus V0 into 100. Vt minus V0 by V100 minus V0 into 100. So, that is constant pressure gas thermometer. Constant pressure means volume varies with temperature. So, first we derived condition xt minus x0 by x100 minus x0 into 100. In place of x only we are substituting these quantities. In the previous case, liquid thermometers, what we substituted? L, length must be changes with increase in temperature, but here volume changes with the temperature. In this situation, volume changes with the temperature. That is why Vt minus V0 by V100 minus V0 into 100. So, in the same way, second in this constant volume gas thermometer. Constant volume gas thermometer. Here the pressure remains constant, here volume remains constant. Here V remains constant and pressure directly proportional to temperature. Here PT is, so pressure at T degrees Celsius. So at what temperature, what is the temperature we have to find out? At the temperature it is the pressure, and P naught is pressure at 0 degrees Celsius and P100 is pressure at 100 degrees Celsius. Pt is equals to pressure at T and P0 equals to pressure at 0 and P100 equals to pressure at 100. So now from this T can be written as Pt minus P0 by P100 minus P0 into 100. Pt minus P0 by P100 minus P0 into 100. This is a way to calculate gas thermometers. Gas thermometers are two types: constant pressure gas thermometer, constant volume gas thermometer. Constant pressure gas thermometer and constant volume gas thermometer. So two types it is. Because pressure, volume, temperature variation, three variables at a time is not possible. I will give an example here. What is Boyle's law? Pressure is inversely proportional to volume, that is Boyle's law. Charles' law, volume directly proportional to temperature, pressure directly proportional to temperature. According to, so listen carefully, according to Boyle's law, pressure inversely proportional to volume. According to Charles' law, volume directly proportional to temperature and pressure also directly proportional to temperature. So forget about this. By using these two, volume directly proportional to temperature, pressure directly proportional to temperature, then we can write volume directly proportional to pressure. But if we compare these two, that is a contradiction. Boyle's law must be pressure is inversely proportional to volume. So that is the concept. So that's why these three laws, variables of pressure, volume and temperature at a time is not possible. So that's why we are calculating individually. That's why two gas thermometer, constant pressure as at the same time constant volume. So next. So by using these gas thermometers, we can calculate the temperature range up to minus 500 to 1500 degrees Celsius. Minus 500 to 1500 degrees Celsius by using these gas thermometers. Next, resistance thermometer. Resistance thermometer. So resistance, you know about resistance, electrical resistance. Resistance varies with temperature. Definitely resistance varies with temperature. At different temperatures resistance must be different. But certain materials, for certain materials at particular temperature resistance becomes 0. Those are called superconductors. At particular temperature the resistance of some materials becomes 0. Resistance of some materials becomes 0, those are called superconductors. So based on that resistance only we can divide the materials: conductors, insulators, semiconductors, like that. So for those situations resistance is different in different situations. So this resistance thermometers here. Here also RT is nothing but resistance at T degrees Celsius. So that means whatever is the temperature we have to measure, at the temperature what is the resistance, and R naught is resistance at 0 degrees Celsius and R100 is resistance at 100 degrees Celsius. R naught is equals to resistance at 100 degrees Celsius. So based on this, T can be written as what we can write? RT minus R naught by R100 minus R naught into 100. RT minus R naught by R100 minus R naught into 100. This is the temperature. This is the temperature. By using resistance thermometer, how can you calculate the temperature means? This is the way. T is equals to RT minus R naught by R100 minus R naught into 100. R100 minus R naught into 100. This is the situation. Right. So this is the way of the different thermometers. Liquid thermometers, gas thermometers, resistance thermometers, like that. Next. One more. Nowadays, the temperatures based on temperatures must be calculated based on triple point of waters. So triple point. What is meant by triple point? Triple point. Triple point means the three states of matter can coexist at particular temperature and pressure. At particular temperature and pressure, the three states of matter can coexist at one point. That is called triple point. Three states of matter. What are the three states of matter? Solid, liquid and gaseous state. Solid, liquid and gaseous state. The three states of matter can coexist at one point, that is called a triple point of water. So that means at the same point, solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, three states exist at one point. Three states exist at one point, that is called triple point. That is called triple point. So now, at what temperature it exists? Temperature of triple point of water is 273.15 Kelvin. And at a pressure of triple point of water is equal to 610 pascals. Pressure of triple point of water is equals to 610 pascal. So these two are the fixed points. So temperature of the triple point of water is 273, and at this temperature and pressure, at a temperature of 273.15 and at a pressure of 610 pascals, the three states of matter, that means solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, can coexist at one point. All the three states can coexist at one point. That is called a triple point. At what temperature they exist? Temperature is 273.15 Kelvin and the pressure is 610 pascals. So based on this, we know pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So we can write P1 by P2 is equals to T1 by T2. In these two, one pressure is triple point and one temperature is triple point. PTR by P2 is equals to TTR by T2. What is TR in the sense? Pressure at triple point, and TTR means temperature at triple point. These are considered as the fixed point. The PTR and TTR considered as the basic points, and then one scale is developed, one thermometer is developed, that is triple point thermometer. So these two are fixed quantities, like that. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So one pressure is P1 and T1, let us say 273.15, temperature at triple point, pressure at triple point 610 pascal. We know these two, we have to find out these two. If you know any one of these two, we know P1 and T1, these two are the fixed values and we have to calculate P2 and T2. If you know any one of these two, we can calculate the next one. If you know P2, we can calculate T2, or if you know T2, we can calculate P2. This is the thing. So this is the triple point of water. So thermometer also based on this one, next thermometers also based on this one, that is triple point of water thermometers, triple point of water thermometers. So this is the situation. So that is the thermometry chapter, simple chapter, small chapter. So in this chapter we discuss what are the scales of temperature, different scales of temperature, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin, Reamer, like that, and how to convert one scale of one reading scale to another reading scale, how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Kelvin, like that, and types of thermometers we calculated. So based on this, you can do some problems here. So it's page number thermal properties of matter 1. So based on this triple point of water cell, triple point of water, now we discussed, let us do one problem here. So in your page, in your material, it is page number 181, example 9, 181, example 9, see here. The resistance of platinum resistance thermometer is found to be 11 ohm. Resistance of platinum resistance thermometer is found to be 11 ohm when dipped in a triple point cell. When it is dipped in the bath, resistance is found to be 28.887 ohms. Find the temperature of the bath. Here we calculated, the condition is resistance is directly proportional to temperature. So R1 by R2 is equals to T1 by T2. Let's R1 is resistance at triple point, that is given as R1 is equals to 11 ohms. So that is the given question. The resistance of a platinum resistance thermometer is found to be 11 ohm when it is dipped in a triple point cell. When the thermometer is dipped in a triple point cell, its resistance is 11 ohms. And R2, when it is dipped in another bath, when it is dipped in another bath, it is given as 28.887 ohms. When it is dipped in another bath, its its resistance is 28.887. Find temperature of the bath, that is T2. And T1 is, what is the given, that triple points, that is 273.15. So therefore R1 is 11 divided by 28.887 is equals to 273 divided by, so T2. So from this T2 is equals to 273.15 into 28.887 divided by 11. So approximately it is 713 Kelvin, 717. Is 717 Kelvin approximately it is T2. That is the way. Based on triple point of water, maybe pressure directly proportional to temperature, the resistance directly proportional to temperature, maybe length directly proportional to temperature, any one. But in the given quantities, two are belongs to triple point. One is resistance, one is temperature. That's next. Next, page number 180, example 6. Page number 180, example 6. The question is, the reading corresponding to ice point and steam point for a constant pressure gas thermometer are 500 cc, 545 cc. If the reading corresponding to room temperature be 510 cc, find the room temperature. The reading corresponding to the ice point and steam point for for constant pressure gas thermometer. Pressure is constant. What is the variable? Volume variable. So, ice point, steam point. Volume at the pressure, constant pressure gas thermometer. He is mentioning constant pressure gas thermometer. Pressure remains constant means volume varies. So, V100 is given as, so it is 500, sorry, V0 and it is 545. Ice point is 500 cc and it is 545 cc. Cc in the sense cubic centimeters, unit of volume. And at a given temperature, its volume is given as 510. At room temperature, it is 510. So find out temperature formula. Vt minus V0 by V100 minus V0 into 100. So that is Vt 510 minus 500 divided by 545 minus 500 into 100. So 10 by 45 into 100. 5 nines are 5 20s. So 200 by 9. 9 twos are 18, 20, 22.222 like that. This is the way to do the problem. Next here. So next, in your module 1, page number 196, module 1. Question number 10, page number 196, question number 10. The pressure of a gas filled in the bulb of a constant volume gas thermometer. Constant volume gas thermometer means pressure varies at 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. Are given as P0 is equals to 28.6 and P100 is equals to 36.6. The temperature of the bulb at which the pressure will be Pt is equals to given as 35. Now we have to calculate T. P0 is given as 28.6 centimeter of Hg. Actually the pressure unit is Pascal na. What is this centimeter? Length unit na centimeter. So pressure also can be expressed as atmospheric pressure 76 centimeters of Hg. That is the reading of the barometer. What is that barometer? The instrument used to measure pressure is barometer. By using the barometer only we can calculate pressure. So that is atmospheric pressure in barometer is mentioned as 76 centimeters of Hg. 76 centimeters of Hg, that is atmospheric pressure. So in that situation they given as centimeters of Hg here. So now how can you calculate temperature? T is equals to, we can write Pt minus P naught by P100 minus P naught into 100. So T is equals to 35 minus 28.6 divided by 36.6 minus 28.6 into 100. How much it is? It is 6.4 divided by 8 into 100. 0.8 into 100. So that is equals to 80 degrees Celsius. So based on this we can so next in module 2 in page number 198, module 2, question number 5, let us say. Question number 5. A Fahrenheit thermometer registers 110 Fahrenheit, F is equals to 110 Fahrenheit, and Celsius thermometer registers 44 degrees Celsius. Find the error in the latter. Find the error in the latter. Latter means Celsius. Error in the latter. So Fahrenheit is 110, Celsius is 44. So if we convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, so C by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. So C by 5 is equals to 110 minus 32 by 9. So C by 5 is equals to 110 minus 32. How much? 110 minus 32. 78. So C is equals to 9 8s are 72, 60. 9 6s are 54. Again 60, 9 6s are into 5. So C is equals to 5 6s are 30, 33, 43. So this is 40. Here we got 44.4, but here we got only 43.3. 43.3 minus 44. That is the correction. How much correction we have to supply? This is 43.3 and this is 44. We have to correct that. That's the thing. Right? How much is there? What is the difference? Difference between these two readings gives the correction. Difference between these two readings gives correction. Error. That's the thing.